What's good, YouTube? It's your boy P Money. Blazers get another victory, 123-110 over the Cleveland Cavaliers at the Quicken Loans Arena. Let's go over all the team stats. For the Cavaliers, they go 37 of 89 for 42% from the field. They go 13 of 34 for 38% from three. They go 23 of 26 for 89% from the free throw line. Of their 37 made baskets, they have 22 assists. They pull down 40 boards, 13 of those offensive. They get 4 steals, they have a block, and they only have 7 turnovers. For the Blazers, they go 44 of 78 for 56% from the field. They go a season high 18 of 29 for 62% from three-point land. They shoot 17 of 22 from the free throw line for 77%. Of their 44 made baskets, they get 26 assists. They pull down 45 boards, 6 offensive. They get 5 steals, have 6 blocks, and they have 13 turnovers. Individual stats for the Blazers go CJ McCollum with 35 points on 12 of 18 shooting. He goes a career high tying 7 of 8 from 3. He goes 4 of 6 from the free throw line. He missed actually 2. And I know he don't like that. Finishes up with a plus 19. He pulls down an offensive rebound. He gets 7 total. Has 2 assists. Gets 3 turnovers and a steal. Damian Lillard, steady with 21 points on 6 of 13 shooting. He goes 3 of 9 from 3. 6 of 6 from the free throw line, finishes up with a plus 11. He pulls down 4 rebounds, dishes out 8 assists, has 4 turnovers and 2 blocks. Big Nurkic had a good quiet game with 15 points on 6 of 10 shooting. He goes 3 of 3 from the free throw line, finishes up with a team high plus 20. He pulls down an offensive board. He has 8 total. He also dishes out 4 assists and has 2 turnovers. Mo Harkless looking a lot more healthy now. Finished up with 9 points on 4 of 7 shooting. He goes 1 of 2 from 3. Finishes up with a plus 14. He pulls down an offensive rebound, has 8 total. He dishes out 3 assists, has a turnover, and gets 2 steals. So, excellent defensive game from Mo Harkless. Al-Farouq Aminu, he finished up with 7 points on 3 of 8 shooting, 1 of 5 from 3. Finishes up with a plus 10. He pulls down an offensive rebound, gets 3 total, dishes out 2 assists, has a steal and 2 blocks. So also excellent defensive game from Aminu. Seth Curry leads the way off the bench with 15 points on 5 of 6 shooting from the field. He goes 5 of 5. From three-point land, finishes up with a plus 2. He dishes out an assist and has a turnover. Enes Kanter, another good game. Finishes up with 9 points on 3 of 5 shooting. Goes 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Finishes up with a -7. He pulls down an offensive rebound, gets 6 total. Dishes out 2 assists and has a turnover. Jake Layman, 7 points on 3 of 5 shooting. He goes 1 of 2 from 3. Finishes up with a -3. He pulls down 3 rebounds and gets 2 assists. Had a Zach Collins sighting, and he actually looked pretty good alongside Enes Kanter. He finished up with 3 points on 1 of 2 shooting. Finished up 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He got a plus 1. Pulled down 3 rebounds. Had an assist, had a turnover, and got himself a block. So, solid game and limited minutes for Zach Collins. Rodney Hood finishes up for the Blazers with 2 points on 1 of 4 shooting. He goes 0 of 2 from the foul line, finishes up with a -2. He pulled down an offensive rebound, had 3 total. He dished out an assist, had a steal and a block. So while he wasn't a big focal point, he was doing a lot of other things, getting those rebounds, dished out an assist, had a steal, and he got himself a block. So all around good game for Rodney Hood. For the Cavs, Osman goes for 27 points on 10 of 16 shooting. He goes 3 of 5 from 3. 4 of 4 from the foul line, finishes up with a -10. He pulled down 2 offensive rebounds, had 7 total. He had 3 assists, got himself a turnover, and had a steal. Huge game from Osman. Kevin Love finishes up with 18 points on 5 of 14 shooting. He goes 3 of 6 from 3. Finishes up 5 of 5 from the free throw line. He finished up with a -10. Had 3 offensive rebounds, pulled down 12 total. Had an assist and 2 turnovers. So solid game for Kevin Love, especially on the rebounding tip. And even put in 18. Colin Sexton was off with 11 points on 3 of 14 shooting. He goes 3 of 8 from 3. Finishes up 2 of 2 from the foul line. Finished up with a -15. He had a rebound, an assist, a turnover, and a steal. And as the point guard, you definitely you can't have Larry Nance Jr. being your leading assist man. So Sexton, while he's a good young player, especially he's playing well offensively, he's just got to get his all-around game better. And I think he's going to be a problem. He's definitely good. Had a Brandon Knight sighting. He finished up with 4 points on 1 of 6 shooting. He went 0 of 3 from 3, 2 of 2 from the foul line. Finished up with a -14. He dished out an assist as well. And then Zizic finished up the starting 5 with 4 points on 2 of 5 shooting. He goes for a -4, pulls down an offensive rebound, has 4 total, gets an assist, and has a turnover. For the bench, Jordan Clarkson, walking bucket machine, leads the way with 19 points on 8 of 18 shooting. He goes 1 of 5 from 3, 2 of 2 from the foul line, finishes up with a -1, or a +1, I'm sorry. He pulled down 4 offensive rebounds, had 5 total, dished out 2 assists, had a turnover, and got himself a steal. So, solid game offensively from Jordan Clarkson. Nance Jr. finishes up with 10 points on 3 of 6 shooting. He goes 0 of 2 from 3, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Finishes up with a -9, pulled down an offensive rebound, had 5 total. He also dished out 5 assists and got himself a steal. Marquise Chris played pretty well. He got 6 points on 1 of 3 shooting, 1 of 2 from 3. Finished up 3 of 4 from the foul line. Finished up with a team leading +4. Pulled down an offensive rebound, had 3 total, and got himself a block. Matthew Dellavedova finished up with 5 points on 2 of 4 shooting, 1 of 2 from 3. Didn't take any free throws, finished up with a +2. He pulled down a rebound, had 5 assists, and a turnover. Had a Nick Stauskas sighting. He finished up with 3 points on 1 of 2 shooting, 1 of 1 from 3. Finished up with a -5. And Mwaba finished up with 3 points on 1 of 1 shooting. He went 1 of 2 from the foul line, finished up with a -5. He pulled down an offensive rebound, had 2 total, and also dished out 3 assists. For game notes, Blazers, that's their 13th road win of the year. This is also their 3rd time on a 4-game winning streak for this season. CJ McCollum had his Lehigh jersey retired a few days back, and his day today in Cleveland was special. Going 7 of 8, tying his career high from 3. Cavs make this a game in the 3rd quarter. They scored 36 points, which was their game high, and the Blazers ended up only scoring 17. So they definitely made it a game, and it actually had the lead for a little bit and made the Blazers have to fight. But definitely like the resilience that I saw from the Blazers tonight. Seth Curry, he was 1 3-pointer shy of his career high, but he goes 5 for 5 from 3-point land and finished up with 15 points. Osman definitely had a great game today, but he just didn't have enough guys with him. Kevin Love tried what he could, but he was kind of off a little bit. He shot well from 3, but it only took 6. And most of like his game mostly is down low, where he was usually good, but defense of guys like Aminu and Harkless, Nurkic kind of made it tough for him in the post. So, like I was saying before, that's why I was giving Aminu and Harkless props for their defense, because they were switching out on to Love a couple of times, and they played really well against him. Blazers started this game on a 14-0 run, and CJ had 10 of those points on that run. They also finished the game on a 15-5 run to pretty much blow the game open. Cantor, like I said, this is his third game as a Blazer, and third good game, in my opinion. He had 9 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. So his skill set is definitely used more with the Blazers this year than he was over with New York. And Big Nurk, he had a quiet good game today. Finished up with 15 points, had 8 rebounds, had 4 assists, hit 2 big free throws in the fourth quarter when the game was kind of close. I want to say it was 92-90 at the time. He got fouled and hit them like he was just a guard. So salute to Big Nurk, man. Excellent game. Layman was super efficient tonight. He had 7 points on 3 of 5 shooting. He also had 3 rebounds and 2 assists. So Layman, like I said, like I keep telling you, Layman is here to stay. He's doing what he's supposed to do on that court when he gets those minutes. So salute to Jake Layman. Zach Collins alongside Enes Kanter did have a solid game, and I definitely like that little duo off the bench. If we need bigger guys to combat guys like they had Larry Nance and Marquise Chris, so to combat against those guys, you got Collins and Kanter off the bench today. So I like the matchups that Terry Stotts was pulling today. Definitely worked out pretty well, especially because Osman was doing so well. So it was definitely good to have him getting multiple bodies put on him on defense just to see if they could slow him down. But he went 10-16, so there wasn't really anyone stopping him today. Salute to Cedi Osman for the game that he had today. Next up is Boston on Wednesday, but I don't want to hear any excuses from no Boston Celtics fans, because they do have a back-to-back. They play Toronto in Toronto tomorrow, and then they have to go home and play the Blazers, but I don't want to hear nothing, because this is the type of thing that happens during the NBA season. You have to have back-to-back games. Sometimes you have back-to-back games against 2 really good teams. And I'm definitely looking forward to that game. I do believe that the Blazers will definitely win that. And the way they're playing right now, it's going to have to take a Herculean effort from Kyrie Irving, which I know he can do, and someone else is going to have to do something, because the way the Blazers are playing as a team right now, it's going to be tough to stop them. So I definitely look forward to that game. Can't wait. As far as the game, solid effort from everyone. It looks like Hood has found his role definitely now. He understands where he's supposed to be at. I didn't see any crazy turnovers where he wasn't in the right spot. So it's looking like he's more relaxed now. Kanter, you don't really even have to run plays for him. He's just one of those guys that just goes to work down low. He's got that good footwork, and it was on display again tonight. Other than that, I don't really have much else to say. So, shouts out to all my subs. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. This is your boy Pete Money, and I'm off this.